Lights are strung across the windows of the houses on my street, but even the glow of thousands cannot warm the cold beneath my feet. I walk past decorated shops and children playing in the snow, and every laugh they share feels like a distant echo I used to know. December shouldn't feel so empty, not when the city shines this bright, not when the carol singers hum their soft refrains into the night. I thought I'd be okay without you, I thought time would stitch the tear, but the frost finds all the places where your absence lives in there. I see our footprints fading on the sidewalk where we used to meet, hand in hand your breath would dance, mingling warmly close to me. And the cold never bothered me then, because you taught me how to breathe, how to live with winter's bite, and how love was all I'd ever need. But tonight the wind is harsher, unfamiliar, unforgiving too, like it knows the ache I hold inside, like it remembers losing you. The snowflakes melt upon my eyelids, not from warmth but from my tears, falling soundless as they mingle with the memories of past years. They say time heals, they always do, but love is snow, once soft, once new. It settles quietly until it grows a blanket deep where sorrow shows. This is the first snow without you, a world in silver I can't walk through. Every step a ghost, every breath a cry, winter whisper in your last goodbye. The lights all shimmer but none feel true, because this is the first snow. And I'm still missing you. I remember how you laughed the first time winter touched our hair, that day by the frozen river when we didn't have a single care. We made angels in the powder we threw flakes into the wind, and you told me snow is borrowed time before spring begins again. Back then I didn't understand how soon the seasons could betray, how winter could take the warmth in us and quietly tuck it away. We danced under street lights like nothing could pull us apart, but we never planned for endings or the silence of a breaking heart. I carried your scarf in my coat pocket just to feel you near. The faded scent of cedar wood still lingers after all these years, a reminder of December nights, your head leaned on my chest, telling me the snow was peaceful, that this life with me was blessed. How cruel the memories now, like a gentle knife that never dulls, slipping past the ribcage, cutting deep, carving emptiness in my pulse. Because I don't have your laughter here to soften winter's edge, just the sound of brittle branches tapping on a window ledge. I cup my hands as snow collects like fragments of the past returning, and it's strange how such a quiet season can burn with endless yearning. The city sings its holiday songs, but the music finds no place to land, not when every melody reminds me of the warmth of your hand. They say to move on, I know they do, but they've never worn your winter shoes. They never watched the world turn bright, only to vanish in a single night. This is the first snow without you, the kind that falls slow, the world half blue, every light a lie, every star untrue, like the sky forgot how to shine without you. The flakes keep forming on the ground I knew, and this is the first snow. The winter I lost you. Some people lose their lovers in the summer, golden days that fade to autumn red. But I lost you in the season you loved most, where joy was supposed to spread. You slipped away like a quiet prayer, like frost kissing the morning glass. No warning, no echo, no chance to prepare, just silence and time that wouldn't pass. The days grew colder after you left, but not the kind you used to praise. This was the kind of winter where hope itself begins to fray. I would wake before the dawn, stare at the frost upon the door, half expecting you to text me, half pretending wanting more. There are people who keep moving, who find new love, find brand new skies, but I seem lost between the moments when we whispered lullabies, when you kissed my forehead gently, when you held me through the night, when we promised future snowfall would forever feel this right. I never got to tell you everything, how deeply I adored your mess, how you always dropped your gloves somewhere, how you hated heavy coats, how you said the world was softer when snowflakes kissed your skin, that winter was a second chance, if only we let it in. Now I stand beneath the lamppost where we carved our names last year, and the ice that coats the metal feels like everything I fear, because frost never asks permission, it just forms without a sound. The way grief settled in my heart the day they laid you in the ground. Even the sky looks different now, a shade too pale, a tone too weak, as if the universe itself has lost the colors you once breathed. And the snow that falls upon my cheeks is colder than before, not a kindness from the heavens, no, a reminder of the war. They say love fades, they swear it's true, but love like ours never learned to lose. It clings like winter on bare tree limbs, refusing to melt, refusing to dim. This is the first snow without you. It builds like mountains I can't push through. Every step unsure, every shadow new, the wind repeating what I already knew. A blanket of silence, a world split in two. This is the first snow, my heart still chasing you. Kneel beside the park bench where your laughter once took flight, and the wind presses cold against my spine, begging me to fight. But grief is stubborn like the winter, rooted deep beneath the frost, and I don't know how to breathe again in a world where you are lost. I wanna scream into the heavens, demand answers from the sky, ask why the sun still rises when love itself can die. But the snow just keeps on falling, like it doesn't understand, like it never saw the tremble in your shaking final hand. And so I gather flakes in my palms and pretend they are your touch, the softness on my worried soul, the gentleness I miss so much. And for a moment, though it's fleeting, I imagine you beside me here, smiling quietly at the snowfall, whispering, baby, winter's near. I swear I feel your pulse again, a winter ghost beside my breath. And for that fragile second, I forget the face of death. The snow swirls in circles like your laughter once inside a room, and I close my eyes to hold you though the season feels like tuned. And the wind grows loud again, a choir of ice and noise, and I'm left to watch the snow fall like a child losing their toys. The ground goes white around my boots, the city lights grow dim, and I wonder if I'll ever learn to love the snow again. But grief does not finish with one winter, it lingers just like frost. It finds its way beneath the door, reminding you of all you lost. And maybe someday I'll forgive December for taking what it stole, but tonight the storm within me makes the cold consume my soul. They say to heal, to let time through, but time means nothing without you. It only stretches like frozen sand, slipping through my trembling hands. This is the first snow without you, and the sky keeps falling like it always knew. The world dressed in white, pretending it's new, but winter is hollow without the warmth of you. I stand in the silence, the truth breaking through. This will be every snow until I join you. Snow used to feel like magic, now it feels like memory. Someday the cold will soften, someday the seasons may change for me. But maybe love isn't meant to melt, maybe it's meant to stay. A frozen whisper on winter mornings, a name etched in ice that never fades. If the snow is the last place I hold you, then let the sky keep falling. I'll be here until it buries the ache, until the world is quiet, until the storm forgets your